they really look for people is very important. I think all of us, when we were admitted into Stanford, when we got our acceptance letter, there's a handwritten part from the admissions officer that let us in where they wrote exactly why they cared about us and why they wanted us to come here. And when we came to Admit Weekend, we actually got the chance to meet who had directly admitted us, and he knew us all by name. He was like, oh, I remember you wrote this, and you wrote this in your application. So while it's really important to get those good grades, it's really important to be motivated and try your best and get involved in things, it's also really important that you kind of convey your passion, and you make sure that when you sit down and you write your application essay, it really reflects you and you give it the time, because schools like Stanford really do take the time to read it, and they really do try to get to know you, so really take that opportunity to describe yourself.
Yeah, sorry.
I also think it's important to do something with your summers, because I went to a high school that it wasn't necessarily that great, like academically. We didn't have like super great curriculum, and it wasn't competitive or anything like that. So I took outside measures to ensure that that I was like on the academic grind and that colleges would want me. So I did internships in high school over the summer, and I just talked to like scientists and researchers who were interested in what I was in, and I think that definitely helped me a lot, because one, it helped me to like fill the gap that my high school couldn't provide academically, and it also helped me to get exposure and meet people who were in the career that I wanted to be in, and ask them about what college I should go to, what do I need to do to get there, what do I do once I get there, how do I get to grad school, etc. So it's a really good thing for your summers. Don't just sit at home. Try and talk to some people, maybe get an internship, volunteer, do something productive with your summer.
The admissions counselor who reads your application for Stanford knows your area, and they know your high school. They know your community. So they're not gonna say I'm only gonna let in students that have taken this many AP classes. They understand where everyone's coming from. They want to see that you've taken advantage of the community that you've come from. And one thing that's really cool is not only do they write a handwritten note when they accept you, they also call your house, which I thought was kind of strange, because they were really nice. They call your house and they talk to you, and they're oh yeah, and I read this in your application, and I'm really interested in meeting you. So it's really cool. It's a really cool community.